second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And he made both sides happy last week, didn't he?
Yeah, 3-3.
I mean, his guys, they caught 3 touchdown passes, but he threw 3 interceptions. Got to get off of that schneid and get back to just throwing touchdown passes and taking care of the ball better.
Come on.
Now the first running back taken back in April, the former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson. 5 carries, 81 yards, and a touchdown.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them has to be driven this week to help him reach the century mark.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Falcons at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. They'll run this one right with Robinson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Derek Barnes in on the stop. And we get a look now at the 2023 draft class for the Falcons. And let's push the first-round running back debate to the side for now, CD. And just agree on this. Bijan Robinson, very special prospect at the position. And got his man complete. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Kaderl Hodge, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. On paper coming in, you'd say that these guys are the better team by far, and they sort of showed their superiority there on the opening drive.
Yeah, they came in the heavy favorite in this game, and even though they're on the road, they just wiped it away, didn't they? They've just said to everyone, we're the better team. We just showed it to you on this opening drive, and we expect to do it all game long.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Well, the Lions offense getting ready to go to work here, and under center, a man whose career has been rejuvenated a bit as of late. And season number 8 now out of Cal, it's Jared Goff.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
To throw on second down is gone. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Goff. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On 1st and 10, Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. Now a 2nd and 6. Gibbs straight ahead. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. You talk about this Falcon defense.
And they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Now Goff on first down. That's complete to the corner. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked out with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on third, Goff. And that is incomplete. The third down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
They begin the drive with Robinson.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're...
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Robinson on a give right side.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a third and long. Back to throw. Mitchell looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Third down and 1.
Goff now looking to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. To throw is Goff. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39.
To the air again. Goff.
He's got it complete to Gibbs.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Gibbs fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs
with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Lions will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7.
And the Falcons going to get one more drive here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Looking to throw on second down. Mitchell. This is intercepted.
Picked by Emmanuel Mosley.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. And we will skip the highlight show this week, get right back to this Week 3 matchup. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out.
So here are the Lions to take over. They're in the driver's seat right now, and they were winners last week over the Seattle Seahawks, so trying to keep that momentum moving in the positive direction. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. This 2nd and 4.
Operating from the gun, Mitchell. Escaping the pressure right. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll run again here with Robinson. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And he'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Off the play fake. Mitchell. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a halt at the end of that one. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a first down.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Robinson.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Robinson.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th.
Here we go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Dancing to his left. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Now it's gone. And that's incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. First and 10, it's Patterson. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for the variety, being able to hit people with the run in the past, but in this game, we're seeing the safeties. They're all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. To throw on 3rd down, Mitchell. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Mac Hollins, 37 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. And what a throw that was, Charles. You think about the situation, close game, 4th quarter, rookie quarterback. He doesn't seem fazed one bit.
So much for bright lights, big city, and will he wilt? Not at all. The stage not too big, the moment not too big at all. They needed points on that series, and not only did he produce a touchdown drive, but how about finishing it off with a big play that only adds to the momentum that they've already established.
No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Goff now to throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Gotta avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So now it may look bleak, but this one not over. They do have all 3 timeouts.
Even at this point on the field, where it looks like, you're really backed up, hold them to a field goal. That's the mantra right now. You hold them to a field goal, you still got a chance to to take care of business on the other end, but you're right. The 3 timeouts are going to be key. How well they use them to preserve clock as well as stopping them, that's the key to giving them a chance to win.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Flush to his right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Certainly some pressure here on Younghoe Koo.
This to get the lead up to 4.
Koo knocks this one through the post. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. So here's Goff and the Lions.
Down 17-13, a minute 40 remaining. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
Goff
connects with Peoples-Jones.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
They'll come to the line. This is 3rd and 3.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Goff now to throw.
That is caught by Laporta.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now it's Goff.
This to Laporta, right side. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Here now, 2nd and goal.
He'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The 4th down pass from the 5 falls incomplete, and the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game